Hello everyone, it's Tom Smith, Blue Diamond Filmmakers, and I'm going to be doing a few videos just talking about where we're at, where we're going, and a few other just notes about Blue Diamond Filmmakers. For this first one, I wanted to talk about something that I find to be discussed a little bit in some of the behind the scenes videos and other videos that Blue Diamond Productions, now Blue Diamond Filmmakers, has made, but I don't know if I've ever actually explained it in full. And that is the main four, and also the partner role within our group. So I will begin with the partner role and then move on to the main four. So, when Blue Diamond Productions was founded, it was myself and Chris Mooney. We founded it in January of 2007. And Chris helped me write The Price of Loyalty and served as producer, and basically we were partners going into that movie. So from 2007 to 2008, Chris Mooney was my main partner. But then in 2008, after The Price of Loyalty came out, he was forced to leave that role due to other commitments he was making. He was doing stuff with school at the time and everything. So he said he'd like to still be part of our main group, but he would not want to be in the main partnership role, which then went to Shawn Phillips. And Shawn Phillips ended up having that role for all of Chat Revenge, all the way through Reflection of the Soul. So from 2008, when we started filming Chat Revenge, November, so 10 years ago now, he was my main partner, and he was involved in all the projects, with the exception of Calm Before the Storm and Voyage of the Undead. So from 2008 through 2013, he was my main partner. But knowing that he was leaving, I knew I was going to need a new partner to take that role. And I really didn't have a whole lot of people that were that major within Blue Diamond at the time. So Patrick Stark ended up actually jumping into the role, as he had helped co-direct. He directed a few scenes for Reflection of the Soul, so I knew he was more than capable of doing it. And we had also worked together on filming Martial Law and Martial Law Insurrection, so he knew he would only have the role for a year, but so he was basically serving just as an intern until I could find someone else to take that role. So for the year of 2014, he was my main partner, helping me out with all the projects that year, such as The Real Business, The Survivor Wars End, and then also I helped him with filming Reconciliation, and Patrick Stark helped me out with The Pain of Regret. And we also were able to meet up with Micah Woodward, actually on the set of Burning Embers, a failed project by Dakota Thompson. But doing that film and doing Martial Law Reconciliation, I was able to get Micah as my new partner for Blue Diamond. However, while we did a few projects together, we were not able to do all the projects we wanted to. So really, Micah, while he has served as my partner since 2015 to now, he really hasn't had a chance to fulfill that role, as many of the films I made from 2014 to 2017 were class projects. So they weren't fully Blue Diamond films. So that is the current state that we're at. So for Phase 3, Micah's role as my partner will be a much bigger role than he's had for the past few years. It really started with The Lost Scene 4 Choices. It's been his chance to really step up as my partner, and he will definitely have much more directing opportunities and starring opportunities in these upcoming films. Now I want to talk about the main four. Now the main four has been, since The Price of Loyalty, there has always been four people who have been considered our main group, who have been in pretty much every project and served in all the different roles that we needed to make these films possible. Unfortunately, the picture of the original main four has been lost, but during the last day of filming The Price of Loyalty, we got a picture of us main four, which the original main four was myself, Chris Mooney, my brother Richard, and Shawn Phillips. Richard was the first one to actually leave the main four, as he was only part of the main four from 2007 to 2010 for The Price of Loyalty and Shadow of Revenge. After that, he was willing to still do some films, but he didn't want a major part in any of them, which is why he has only appeared in a handful of films since. His replacement was James Oxford, who was there from 2011 to 2013. And I think the main four really shows the most in 2011, as it was always us four, me, Chris, Shawn, and James, in all the projects. The Lost Scene 2, The Survivor, and also the Computer Network. But James was in every single project from 2011 to 2013, with the exception of Voyage of the Undead and Calm Before the Storm. But after 2013, James Oxford dropped out of the position, and Shawn Phillips also dropped out in 2013. So now it was just me and Chris Mooney left. But Patrick Stark replaced Shawn as my partner, as I mentioned before, and James was eventually replaced by Michael Woodward in the middle of 2014. Finally, we come up to the final group of the main four. When Chris left, after helping us film Martial Law Reconciliation, he was replaced by Dakota Thompson, starting in 2015. And when Patrick Stark left, Patrick Culwell took over in 2015. So right now, the current main four is myself, Micah Woodward, Dakota Thompson, and Patrick Culwell. The thing to note now about the main four is, with the exception of Martial Law Reconciliation, which was filmed before the four of us were the main four in Blue Diamond, we have not actually done a film all four of us were starring in. We were going to, with What You Leave Behind, as Dakota Thompson, myself, and Patrick Culwell appear in. However, Michael Woodward was originally cast in the lead role, but because he was unavailable for that weekend that we had the camera rental, the role eventually went to Tyler Malloy. And while most of us have been in the various films, we just haven't had a film that all four of us were involved in, with the exception of Reconciliation, which was Patrick Stark's film. Because Michael Woodward and Dakota obviously were in Chess, Dakota and Patrick Culwell were in Hard Goodbyes, and in Choices, Dakota Thompson, Michael Woodward, and myself were in. But we haven't had a film that was all four of us. But we soon will, with the upcoming projects in Phase 3. Now, will the main four change one more time before the final end of Blue Diamond? Possibly. And there are possible replacements in the main four, people who are kind of starting to step up. Dakota Thompson might end up leaving due to having to move away, as many of the members of Blue Diamond have done in the past. But if he does, there are at least two candidates that might possibly replace him, which would be a very interesting development to have happen right before the end of Blue Diamond in 2020. However, I thought it was interesting to actually point out how we've had main groups of people that have stuck around for many years and been part of this organization. We've been the ones that have worked on creating all the stories and props and locations, and have also managed to usually have our main hangouts. It's always been the 4 people usually that end up going out to restaurants where we end up talking about the films. Either it's the 4 of us, or it's me, or whoever my partner is, going out and really discussing how we're going to go out and make these films. So going forward in 2019, this is how it stands. Just thought I'd give you that little update. There will be more videos to come explaining more stuff that's going on in Blue Diamond Filmmakers. Thank you for watching this video, and we will see you all later.